Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spinning Barn. As always, you are all very, very welcome, whether it's your first visit or you've been here many times before. Everyone's welcome, obviously. Now, I've been asked to do a little demonstration about chain plying. And I think first of all, we ought to discuss why we would choose to do a chain ply and what it actually is and the benefits of it. So, as a very general rule, we usually fill two bobbins of yarn and ply those two together to make a two-ply yarn. The benefits of a chain ply is that it gives you a three-ply yarn from one single strand of yarn that you've spun. It's really useful if you want to use a smaller amount, or you've filled one bobbin completely and you just want to do it all in one go, or if you want a more resilient yarn, which I think is more the point, because it gives us a much more rounded effect in our finished yarn. And because it has the three strands plied together from one, or we become clear in a minute, it does make it much stronger. It does make it more resilient. It gives good stitch definition and that little bit more strength. It's ideal for projects that require that little bit more oomph about it, like socks, for example. Great way of doing sock yarns, and it's so quick and easy. You're going to love it. I'll just show you the difference between a two-ply and a chain ply, and I hope you're going to be able to see this. Now here I've got a little ball of a two-ply mohair, actually. Now if I can just find a little loose bit. This has been sitting around on my cabinet for donkey's years now, and it's probably just relaxed an awful lot. But certainly round about here, you can see where the plies actually cross over. It's very obvious, isn't it? You can see it there in the different colours. Yeah, you can see the angle of that twist, and it's just much flatter, isn't it? Now, if we compare that to the chain ply, where are we? Let's try and get that next to my face. There we go. Now, you can instantly see just how much more rounded that looks, doesn't it? It's almost like a little tube. So you can see why it's stronger, it's more resilient. Yeah, we can see the angle of the twist in there still. That's mainly because this particular fibre had a variety of colours within it. But as I just twist that round, you can see it's actually really, really rounded, isn't it? Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's why we'd use it. And if nothing else, it's just great fun. Okay, so I hope you're going to love this. So let's get to it then, and I'll give you a quick demonstration, and at the end I'll show you how the yarn actually turns out. Okay, bye for now. So I already have my leader attached to my bobbin, and whoops, if I just take the end of my rather lively single strand of yarn, and I'm just going to just place the two ends together and just tie those in a knot. Any old knot will do. And then take the yarn, make a loop here, and again just tie that in a knot just to give you a nice secure loop to start with. Now I'll just turn my lovely lap cloth over, because I'm going to be working with brown yarn here, so it should make it easier for you to see. Now, just get myself untangled, go in a little bit. So the loop that we've just created, you can see here, is sitting over the top of the yarn that's coming from the bobbin. So you can see this coming from the bobbin, and it's sitting, that yarn is sitting underneath this loop, which once I place my thumb and my first finger inside, creates a triangle. Okay, you see those two? Okay. Now, to get started, let's just get the wheel running, get it turning in, obviously, anti-clockwise. Now, what we're going to do is pick up the loop with your finger So we have it separated, loop underneath, and we're going to just use your first finger to pick up that strand and pull that back towards you. And then all three come back. Let's do that again. So we're going to pick up the loop, the strand through the loop, pull it back to create, sorry, this is difficult when I'm doing it slow. So triangle, pick it up, pull it back towards you, and then you have 1, 2, 3 strands, and your left hand is going to smooth those three all together. So our loop, pick up that strand underneath and pull it back towards you. That strand that you pick up is creating the next loop. Okay, so loop, pick up that strand, pull it towards you. You now have 3 strands that you are smoothing all together. Make a loop, pick up that strand, pull that back to your tummy, forward, all 3 back. Pick it up, pull it back, smooth all 3 back to your tummy. Now I use the same distance. I always use this distance of my tummy to the wheel. That means I'm always using the same distance, same measuring stick if you like, so that when I'm maintaining my rhythm, my treadling, I'm putting in the same amount of twist over the same distance, so that I know my twist is going to be consistent throughout the project. Okay, now let's have another little look at that slowly. So nice wide loop, pick up that strand, pull it back to your tummy and smooth all 3. Pick it up, take them forward, back over 3. Pick it up, take it forward, back over 3. Now, the other thing we might want to think about is when we get to this point where we're just about to smooth over the loop area here, sometimes that can be a little bit obvious in your yarn. Now, you can just give that a little bit of a tweak between your thumb and your finger, just roll them together, but be quick about it so that you don't lose your rhythm. Now, it doesn't always happen. I find it depends on the fibre. And also that I'm maintaining the same tension as well. The softer, sort of fluffier types, this is an ex-merino and Wensleydale, so it's quite soft and open, but obviously the Wensleydale's giving it some lovely strength. This is going to make a fantastic sock yarn. But they seem to be a little bit more forgiving. I often find, or have found, that the more sleek type fibres tend to be the ones where I may, if I'm not careful, get that little separation there. So just be conscious of that. It shouldn't be a problem. Just keep that rhythm going. And I remember when I taught myself to do this many moons ago, that I just couldn't get it. And what the penny drop moment for me was realizing that it doesn't have to be quite so chaotic and frenetic. That's a good word, isn't it? Is that a good word? Frenetic? It needs to be nice and calm. It needs to be steady. It needs to be relaxed. And the key to me was keeping my backhand, which for me is my right hand, still. That just sits here at my tummy, waiting for my left hand to join it, ready to pick up the next loop, or that strand to create the next loop. And once I got that clear in my head, it just all fell into place. And now it's a method of spinning or a method of plying that I really enjoy. It is very rhythmic, it's very relaxing, and actually it's quite quick. I rather like it. Now, you may well have just noticed my bobbin. This is always a case of do as I say, not as I do. Most of you will have heard me say that lots of times before. Obviously, because I was talking to you, I've let my bobbin overfill here, which is very naughty, isn't it? So do keep an eye on that because it will fill up quickly. Just make sure that you stop periodically and just move that along. You know, a nice organised bobbin means that you've got more chance of getting all of your lovely yarn back onto that bobbin. We like to keep things nice and organised, don't we, really? There we go. Let me just give you one last close look, if I can, of what we're doing. So, big loop. This is the strand coming from the bobbin. It's underneath the loop, under our triangle here. Pick that up, pull that loop back towards you and run it back. So forward, back, pick it up. Forward, back, pick it up. Forward, back over 3, pick up the strand, make a new loop while taking it forward. And there we go. That is all there is to it. It really isn't as complicated. Once you understand what each sections of yarn are meant to be doing, as in this is the loop, this single strand, as we pull it through, it's preparing to become the next loop. Now I'm going to just finish this bobbin and then I'll come back and I will show you the lovely finished yarn. There we go. Now I hope you found that really helpful. Do let me know, of course. Right, if you'd like to see the finished result of this 3-ply chain ply yarn, here we go. You can see that close up there to the camera. I hope you can see the effect of just how rounded it looks, just how it's very complete. I like it. And also this particular fibre, as I said, it's got lots of little tiny little flecks of colour in it, which I hope you can pick out from this angle. But really pretty. It's actually a really nice, soft, squishy yarn, actually. It certainly feels like it's going to be really resilient. I've also knitted up a little bit of a tension square to show you here as well. And again, I hope you can see on here, my hand behind that because the light's coming through, isn't it? Just how defined the stitches are as well. And it feels like a good solid fabric, actually. This is certainly going to be fabulous for anything that's going to take a little bit of wear and tear. Get a bit closer so you can see. There we go. Now, I hope that has all helped you. I hope that has helped you to make some decisions about the way to ply and to give this a go if you haven't done it before, or to just try again if you've already tried once before but it didn't quite work. And as always, obviously, I would love to know how you get on with it. So I hope that helped. Do let me know, keep me informed. I want comments, I want pictures. So show me what you've been up to. Okay, right, that's it for this time then, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.